we're going to head on over to San Francisco. Welcome back, Mark Newstetter.
Hi, this is great. That was fantastic.
Yeah.
That was amazing. I was really enjoying that. I wanted you to do more actually, so I don't have to do so many tonight. So I'm going to do a few extra ones too because of the cancellations, right?
Yeah.
Is that the deal? Okay, all right. Scrambling to adjust my set list here. All right. This is called "Why Don't You Stay." Warming up here. You came into my life, got mad at me. You showed me something that I didn't want to see. You were a genius. Get in your way. You went away and then you came back again, acting like we knew each other from way back when. You were a genius at making them pay. And all I could say was, why don't you stay? You came onto me like a thorn in my side. I wanted to cry, I wanted to hide. You were a genius at making me pray. I thought I knew all about you such a long time ago, but there were one or two things I guess I just didn't know. You were a genius. All the games you played, and all I could say was, why don't you stay? Stay, finish what you started out on my knees before you've departed. Oh, I hate to put it this way, but I'm out of my skull, wondering what you'll do next. Anything but dull, you're a genius. I'm planning my getaway. When the dust is settled, who knows what we'll find? Will the spoils of this war be yours or mine? Yeah, you're a genius, night and day. And all I can say is, why don't you stay? Stay, finish what you started out on my knees before you've departed. When the dust is settled, who knows what we'll find? Will the spoils of this war be yours or mine? Yeah, you're a genius, night and day. All I can say, all I can say, all I can say, why don't you stay? Why don't you, why don't you, why don't you stay? Why don't you, why don't you, why don't you stay? Why don't you, why don't you, why don't you stay? Thank you, thank you. Oh, that's interesting. I'm getting a prompt from my Zoom app is telling me, it says, confirm your speaking language. It sounds like you
Oh,
may
yeah.
have switched to a
You're the
different
second one that
language.
says that.
Please
That
update
happened
it so we
to
can.
somebody else, too. That happened to Johnny.
That's really weird. You know,
Nostrovia.
they throw these things at you. I was doing a Zoom thing and it was giving me like reactions.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, where did that come from? I had no idea what that was. Suddenly I'm like, there's thumbs up on the screen and there's like
Yeah.
explosions and
Yeah. If you type
yeah.
"Happy Birthday" in the chat, it's a bunch of birthday cakes.
Yeah.
That's
Interesting stuff. I mean, when they just throw this stuff at you, you have no like way to know where it's coming from until you like you find out somewhere else, and then like okay. So anyway, the internet. What can we say? What can we say? This is a song I actually wrote during a solstice night during the lockdown. So I thought since this is still quarantine, etc., and we are in fact experiencing some apparently some cancellations due to that very same thing. That I got to get the lyrics here though because I don't want to forget them because it was a long time ago when I wrote it. But this is not the solstice, but it's the equinox, right? So that's close. I haven't written an equinox song, so the solstice song will have to do. All right, here we go. As the mist rolls in and the night begins and the lights come on in shaded windows and we look beyond through the hazy sky, solstice night. Can you feel a touch of the passing time as the stars align in faded memories and we look within through each other's eyes, solstice night. Seems forever has come too soon. Nobody ever really gets away. We find our fortunes in the course of time, one way or another, one way or another. Now the earth is cold and the clouds are still in a frozen pose of unsated longing, while the darkness glows the deepest violet light, solstice night. Thanks. That's the debut for this song, actually, a live performance. Anyway, because I have a version of it on my YouTube channel.
Fantastic.
Thank you. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. This next song, I sort of created a character in my mind of someone who's basically like a loser, but doesn't get it. And it's a friend of mine said, don't do that song because it's too depressing. And I'm like, well, it's just sort of what I wanted to say, so I kind of have to do it. So just so you know, it's not a happy song here, but let me see, where is it? Oh yeah, okay. All right. So it's not exactly sad, but it's kind of cynical. So it's called Lament for a Closet Nihilist. When you're somewhere in the middle and you don't know where the ends are, you're unraveling the riddle, but you still don't know who your friends are. Now you tried picking pockets, put your fingers in the socket. You've tried everything but going straight. So what do you call a loser who doesn't know when it's too late? You fought for a cause, 'cause you just had to fight for something. You believed in your convictions and concealed all your addictions, but it all adds up more or less to one thing. You'll deny your denial while your life is put on trial on that inevitable day. And what do you call a loser who doesn't know when it's too late? What do you call someone who closes every door and waits for salvation to come rising up from the floor? What do you call someone who never finds their way 'cause they can't read the signs right in front of their face? When you're somewhere in the middle and you just don't know how you got there, it hurts more than a little. After all you've gone through to realize you've gone from nowhere to nowhere. You can't point your finger and you can yell at the sky, but you can't change your eternal fate. And what do you call a loser who doesn't know when it's too late? What do you call someone who closes every door and waits for salvation to come rising up from the floor? What do you call someone who never finds their way 'cause they can't read the signs right in front of their face? So you stand where the roads cross like so many others before you. Yeah, just like everyone everywhere, all of the goddamn time. Everybody is a mirror, and the world is a reflection, an endless intersection, constant course correction, mutual misdirection, massive imperfection, all served up on a plate. So what do you call a loser who doesn't know when it's too late? I just asked the question. I don't know the answer to that one. Thank you. Modicum of applause for that. There are thousands of people out there, right? This is a small club here, isn't it? This is like we're an intimate group.
Yeah.
That's okay. So I'm gonna do some intimate songs here. This next song is actually this is a medley of two songs that I have time to do a couple more?
Oh yeah, you got like 10 minutes.
10 minutes. Okay, good. So this is a medley. I wrote these two songs very far apart. I wrote one of them in 1977, the second one, and the first one I wrote maybe about 5 years ago. And they're very similar musically, and they're both very short. So I thought I will just combine them into a medley, and then I won't have to worry about it anymore because it's like, oh, those two songs sound alike. Well, now they're like part of the same song, so it's okay. Anyway, so the first song, well, let's see. We start out in the fairly present time, and if I remember what key I'm in. Okay. Too many rhymes for one day. Guess I'll just go outside and see what's coming along. Go to the cafe and have a cup. I read the news and think about the things that I could try. A lot of crazy this week. Left my keys in the wrong pants. I got a nail in the tire. Return a few phone calls and pay some bills. No, forget about that. Maybe I just need to start again. And if I do, I'll find my way around. Only to be lost once more. Too many rhymes for one day. The cafe's closing down where you used to hear guitars. Now you only hear the sound of your own footsteps on the floor, talking to you like the spirit of the raven, nevermore. The cafe's closing down, but once upon a time it was the only place in town where you could really feel alive. But like all endangered creatures, we had to struggle to survive. And I remember when you told me it wouldn't always be this hard, that we could have it all forever, but nothing lasts forever. I thought you knew that. And I remember when you told me it wouldn't always be this hard. We could have it all forever, but nothing lasts forever. I thought you knew that. The cafe's closing down and it's standing neath the streetlight, looking just like Emmett Kelly in a spotlight on a darkened stage. And the spotlight gets smaller and smaller until it fades away. Thank you. Everyone knows who Emmett Kelly was?
No.
No, he was a legendary clown who did a routine. One of his routines was at the end of his act, he would take out a mop and he would mop up the spotlight with the mop, and it would, as he mopped it up, it would disappear, and that was the end of his set. Melancholy kind of clown. So.
And I think Pink Panther did a play on that.
Who's that?
Pink Panther did a play
Oh,
on that.
absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely,
it's
for
fun.
sure. Yeah. Well, that was Chuck Jones, the animator who did, Bugs Bunny and all that. He did the Pink Panther as well. So he was certainly aware of Emmett Kelly, for sure. Okay, so I get to do a couple more. How much time do I have?
The next performer is at 6:45, and it's 6:30 now.
Okay. All right, so I have a little bit of time. Okay.
You got time.
I'm going to change the pace a little bit. This is a song I also wrote way back when. But it's funny. Like sometimes you write something and it stays with you, and you think, okay, well, it's still good. I can still sing that. I can still relate to it. This was about a life-changing drug experience that I had in 1977. The song's called Tea and Cactus. If that doesn't give it away. I've been dreaming so much lately, I don't know if I am asleep or awake now. Tell me, have I made a big mistake? You took me to your penthouse on the other side of town. How will I ever live it down? I'm not the kind to argue, but I'm not the kind to agree. It didn't take you very long to make a fool of me. You hit me where it hurt the most. I don't know how I ever let you get that close. Babe, what you trying to do to me? Well, I knew you were a sinner when you gave me tea and cactus for dinner. You know I'll never be the same. I didn't ask no questions. It never crossed my mind that you would just get my trust so you could rob me blind. You hit me like a runaway train. By the time I got it, you were miles away, and all I could do was hallucinate. I was just a child, merely a beginner, when you gave me tea and cactus for dinner. You know I'll never be the same. I've been dreaming so much lately that I don't know if I am asleep or awake now. Tell me, have I made a big mistake? Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you. I get one more?
Absolutely.
Yes? Was that a yes?
Yeah, and it could be
Yes.
a long one. 'cause you
Okay,
got
a long one. All right. So this one, again, Back to the Future. Back to the. I want to write a new song just for this. If I do another one when I do, or if and when I do another one of these, I want to write a new song because I was inspired by doing this to feel like, oh, I can write some new songs now because I haven't been performing my songs for a while.
Do it.
Thank you. All right, but I didn't get around to it. I've just been real busy lately, so I haven't had a chance. But I've got ideas, So it's all about the ideas, mostly. It's all about mostly about. Okay. They say that sadness is just a shade of blue. You look up in the sky and it worries you. You're wearing holes in the carpet, holes in your shoes. You can paint the picture any color that you choose. There's a lot of colors in the sky right now, more than you can count, more than you can name. And ain't it a shame how often we conclude that the only color in the sky is blue. Clouds are full of rain, the evening sun shines through, breathing fire in pastel shades like a blanket over you, and your eyes are amazed, and you know that it's just not true, that the only color in the sky is blue. Cast your soul out to the starlight if you must, scatter your defenses to the dust. The wind that has no loyalty, but it won't betray the color of your trust. Cast your soul out to the starlight if you must, scatter your defenses to the dust. The wind, it has no loyalty, but it won't betray the color of your trust. Colors tell a story that cannot be made any clearer by any words that anyone has ever said, and no one's to blame for being so confused and believing the only color in the sky is blue. Thank you.
One more, I think.
One more. Okay. Well, all right. Well, this is one I didn't write. Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, there's a land that I've heard of once in a lullaby. Somewhere over the rainbow, skies are blue, and the dreams that you dare to dream really do come true. One day I'll wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where troubles melt like raindrops away above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me. Somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly, Why then, oh, why can't I? Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, there's a land that I've heard of once in a lullaby. Okay. That's it for today for me. I'm done. Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you.
Really enjoyed it.
Great set.
All right. Thank you.